Okay. This is like a gaming thing. Fuck. Motherfucker. Aggravating. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of truck campers. Hello?
Yeah, I'm thinking of truck campers.
Okay, parking on city streets. I mean, tell me what you think, about types of RVs, types of campers. you know, Legit places to park overnight if you live in a vehicle. Here's a parking lot of a casino. It's a casino parking lot, it looks like, see? And it's a truck camper in a casino parking lot. The one thing I've always liked about truck campers is you can just park them anywhere. I mean, it's so good that it's on the truck, it sits in the bed of the truck, you can put it anywhere. The travel trailer, my mom has gotten to the idea that she thinks the trailer is better, but you know, I'm not so sure that the trailer is better. What do you think about the trailer versus the truck camper? Hey, there's a truck camper. It's a pop up. It's parked parallel on the city street, see? It's parked on a city street, parallel parking. That's one thing you can do with truck campers and vans. In that sense, I think the truck camper and the van are both in the same category. Now, that's kind of like abusing the system. People in RVs just lining up the streets, lining up the streets all over the place in their RVs, just clogging up the city streets makes it hard for everyone who lives in a vehicle. People who clog up the streets with RVs on the streets, it just ruins it for everyone. It ruins it for everyone who wants to live in a vehicle. You know, someone who parks on the city streets and just lives in a broken down RV. You know. I mean, the point is you can park it anywhere you want to park it. You know. It's like at a Sonic restaurant. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, Sonic is where that's at. See you parking at Sonic. I'm going to take this and bookmark that. You know, this Truck Camper magazine is a good thing, you know. You know, these people, you know, all these places where you can park your truck camper. You know, Truck Camper magazine is all about it's all about truck campers. It's an online magazine all about truck campers, you know, and that's what I've always loved about them is you can park it really just anywhere, you know. It's on top of the truck, and even though a trailer is more glamorous, vintage campers, vintage travel trailers, you know, they're glamorous. Vintage campers are glamorous, but I mean, if you're not going, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to a campground if you want to, but I don't want to be restricted to have a whole vehicle just for campgrounds. I don't see any point in having a whole RV just for campgrounds. Just for campground going. There's no point in having a whole RV just for going to campgrounds. I mean, you've already got a truck camper. You've got one that functions that you can boondock in. You know, absolutely no sense in having having two RVs in the first place. There's no sense in having two RVs really in the first place. Now here's one on a city street. Now that's a small non-cab over. But let's see. You know. There's those people. They've got a trailer pulled behind their truck camper. You know, they got a travel trailer pulled. I guess I could keep the trailer and use it for storage. You know, I guess I could use it for storage. If I'm out on the road, I could pull it, you know, and use it for to store extra stuff. If I was going to live as a nomad, I could. If I was going to live as a nomad, I would keep the truck camper to store stuff. You know, I've already got this truck camper. I could use the trailer to store stuff. When you're living as a nomad, now Tasha has the storage unit. She has a public storage unit, but as an alternative to a storage unit, you know, I'm thinking you could have your trailer parked somewhere. If you had your trailer parked somewhere and had stuff stored in your trailer with it parked somewhere, then you could use your travel trailer as storage and just store stuff in your travel trailer. All your tools, all the stuff you're not using, out of season clothes, blah, 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 all the stuff you're not using, store it in your trailer and put it somewhere. Park it somewhere. Park your trailer somewhere and use it for storage. You know, and use it for storage. And here's a good parking place for a truck camper. That's really neat. But you would live in your truck camper. You wouldn't live in the trailer. You would live in your truck camper. You would just use the trailer to store stuff. You know what I'm saying? You would use the trailer to store stuff in. That's the purpose of it, is storing stuff in it. But, you know. Yeah, I don't see any point in, yeah. I got this camper fixed up. I got it to where most everything works in it, you know. I got this camper fixed up so everything works in it. I mean, get rid of that old Coachman, the vintage Coachman. Get rid of it and sell it. Keep this 88 Coachman. And get rid of the other one. I had somebody to message me about the other Coachman this morning. I mean, a person could use it to store stuff. You could use it to style stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's what's always turned me on to the truck camper is storage, compactness, and this truck camper looks good on my truck. I've got a truck, and this truck camper looks good on my truck. It looks good on my truck. My truck has this camper on it. Will have this camper on it. It looks good, actually, I think. So yeah, I mean, there's more places to park besides just vacation spots. I mean, you can park anywhere you want to go to. And so I don't see anybody on my chat. What do you think, everyone? Where's everyone at? Yeah, I like stuff that's vintage, but the point is, I mean, that other camper's going to have everything replaced in it. Hey, Ronnie. I had two truck campers. Don't really use either one. Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't really use either one of them? Well, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about boondocking in a trailer, I moved into motorhomes, yeah. Well, tell me, if you're going to boondock a lot, if you were going to if you were going to just boondock only, if you're not going to go to an RV park a lot, if you were going to do a lot of boondocking, can I boondock in that small trailer of mine or what? Could I boondock in the trailer? Or is it better to have a small motorhome or a truck camper to boondock only, for boondocking? What do you think about boondocking? What are your opinions about boondocking? So, right now I've got 3 campers sitting here. Now this truck camper that I've worked on it, and most everything works in this truck camper. It's got the fiberglass laminated siding laminated onto it. I would have to work with the fiberglass siding and get the fiberglass siding off the camper if I want to do more wood repair to this camper. And it still needs a little bit of wood repair left to be done to it. It's just hard to get the fiberglass off of it to repair it, But I guess I could find a way to take the fiberglass off of it and repair it and put it back on. What do you think about that? There's just a little bit more woodwork that needs to be done to this camper. Or should I transfer everything to that new camper? Should I transfer everything to the new Coachman? The 69 Coachman. I'm almost pretty sure this camper I have, this new truck camper I got, is called a 69 Coachman truck camper. It's a 69 Coachman truck camper. Now, it's vintage. Well, if you're poor, you would be looking for the cheapest place to go. You mean like at a campground? You talking about the cheapest place to go in a campground? Well, if you're going to, well, yeah, if you're poor, you're going to be looking for the cheapest place to go to a campground. But if you're not gonna go to a campground, if you were gonna boondock only, if you just wanted to boondock only, what do you think? Do you think a person could boondock in a trailer, or do you think it would be hard to boondock in a trailer? Now, back east, where we are, you're kind of east too, Ronnie Braun. You're kind of east too, as well as I am. Wisconsin is kind of east. And these places where we're at, you and me, the places that are kind of condensed, especially if you're going to be like Coates and go up and down the East Coast, If you're going to travel up and down the East Coast, things are condensed in the East Coast. There's more people on the East Coast. It's not like out west where you have tons and tons of BLM land where you could just park anywhere. Back east, you have to find a place to park. You have to find a place to boondock without a lot of space, if you're going to go back east, Yeah, I guess you could go to truck stop with anything. I guess you can, But also, you got to think about the fact that I might be going to work somewhere at a job. And if I'm going to go to a job, if I'm going to stay in a friend's driveway, you know, I mean, do you think that there are more advantages to a trailer, or do you think that there are more advantages to something like a van or a truck camper or a small RV? Which one do you think has more advantages overall? Of course, with a trailer, you'll probably have more storage, but what do you think has the most advantages? What do you think? I guess I might as well ask my audience, and so, yeah. So I'm just thinking it over. Yeah, you could. I just gotta be able to get into town so I can go to work if I'm going to have a job or something like that. If I'm going to go to a job, I've got to be able to get into town some way. I'd have to have somewhere to put the trailer when I go to work or wherever I'm going. That's one thing I've got to do is if I'm going to work somewhere, I've got to have a place to go to work. I've got to have a place to go to, you know, when I'm going to work, or wherever I'm going, Yeah, I've got to have a place to go to work at. And so, yeah, that's just what we got to do. Yeah. Yeah, who else is in here? Yeah, I like the vintage travel trailers. I really do like them. It depends if you even have enough gas to drive from free spot to free spot. Well, if you're working at a job, you're going to have money. Have enough gas? I don't understand that. I don't understand why you're asking that for. I think a trailer would be harder to hide. You're right there. I think a trailer would be harder to hide, but you could take your trailer and truck camper for a short ride. Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Let you guys go.